Hello everyone, this is Debbie from Ink and Page, and I'm here today with Chapter 4 of Faded Ink. This is our last chapter. Kind of sad a little bit because I feel like I could keep working on this, but I'm going to try to kind of tie it up today. I gathered up all of my ephemera from the previous weeks, so I have it here. Because, I didn't know, potentially where it could be incorporated or just to have it here as kind of inspiration. If you're new and you don't have the previous weeks, you can sign up in the description below. You'll get all 4 weeks if you sign up today. And I'll send that to you by email, and you can just download everything. And then you can just hop back a couple of videos and follow along to see how everything was assembled, because when you see it assembled, it may not make logical sense to you because it's a flip book, so it's got 2 sides. So anyway, okay, hopefully that covers that. The other thing I wanted to let you guys know is that I'm really sorry, but I am way behind on emails. So if you emailed me and you haven't gotten a response, it's because I am so behind. Between being on vacation and then being sick, it's just been kind of a fiasco. So I apologize for that, and I'm trying to get to those as quickly as I can, but obviously this is top priority, so I had to start with this one first. So this is our flip book. It goes together like this. This is my cover. I took the ephemera out of the pocket because I wanted to do something a little different here with it today. Realistically, all of this is gravy at this point. So whatever you want to do, you just do it. I've tried to give you a lot of different pieces in different shapes and sizes so that, you could kind of fit them in however you want into the whole thing. So I'm just going to quickly go through this just as a review. I feel like it's been forever since I've done this because I was off for a while, so it hasn't really been that long. So, but just to get ourselves reacquainted with this whole situation here, we've got our front, and then it opens here, and then this pulls out like this. We've got pockets and pockets and pockets, more pockets here, and then this page flips over, and we've got more ephemera, pockets, all kinds of stuff. I got some movie cloth there. There's a little envelope in here. I have this clipped because I accidentally was messing with it, and I accidentally pulled up my glue. So I re-clipped it down just a few minutes ago, so that just to make sure that everything stays down. And then on the back here, this is our where we put our drawers. I also have this clipped down. So just there's a quick peek at the drawers that are in here, and there's storage for the ephemera in the drawers. So we have that. I'm just going to quickly wind this back up, sorry, because we're going to want to have it wound up for today when we're working on it. And then we're going to flip it over. I'll take my clips off here. We have our little book in here. We probably need something right here, I think. We have this here. We have a little pocket and some ephemera hiding back there. I have this. I'm going to go ahead and clip closed just because it's going to make it a lot easier to work on it today if I don't have all these things flip-flopping everywhere. And also my ephemera has a tendency to go flying. So I'm just going to shut that really quickly. And then what we have today are these 2 panels. And these were created when we assembled the other side together. So if you don't, if it doesn't make sense, don't worry. Go back a couple videos. This would be, I think, the second video, which was 190. And it'll show you how everything went together. And then this is our cover. So we're back to the beginning again. Okay, so it's 2 sides. You see, we're quite finished with this side, but we still need to finish up on this side. So I have this clipped shut, otherwise it would just look like this. Okay, and it's just because the book is there and it's kind of heavy. Because I used cardstock, I should have used paper. So I may I could fix that pretty easily. So, I may do that. Okay, so what we're going to just talk about quickly here is what are some options for decorating these two panels, and then we'll talk about the cover. Okay, so here we go. So for this panel here, I have this little, oh, I didn't go over the papers. I'm sorry, let me do that first. It's a good thing I remembered. Okay, they're right there in front of me too. Okay, so so there's less ephemera and stuff in this kit just because there's no base pages or anything like that we're working on. So basically it's just all extra ephemera. I did an envelope, file folder, a bunch of different stuff. You'll see it when you look at the kit. So it's less, there's gonna be less work this week. Okay, so then I have this distressed one here, this crazy amazing floral right here. I have this half and half one, which is a good backing paper. I use that for a bunch of mine. And then this polka dotted one, which I also used for a bunch of mine. I really love the polka dots inside of things like this. So anyway, this is the little file folder. Okay, so it goes, my plan was to put it in here. Now, you do not have to do this. You can do anything. If you want to put this bottle in here, go for it. There are no rules here. This is purely like for your enjoyment. Just keep that in mind, and just stay flexible. If there's pieces of ephemera that you just love and you want to use, go for it. But I did think it would be cute to have a little file folder in here. So I did make one of those, and then I thought we could do a couple of smaller pieces of ephemera in the file folder. And okay, so when you're looking at this file folder, if you have trouble with it going into your pocket, just trim the ends off. If they're squared off, it should be no problem. Trim a little bit off of either end, just depending on how wide your glue is. Did you use tape? Whatever. You could be a smidge off of what my measurements were. If I use tape, it means I have to make this smaller, right? Than if I just ran a line of glue, like say right here and right here. So don't stress about that. Just trim your folder a little bit and it will fit in there just fine. So I just wanted to make that little quick point before we jumped into all of this. Okay, and I also have some of these frames for this too. And so I want to kind of figure out exactly where I want to place those. I think they're just super pretty. I think I'm going to go with this guy in here though, for sure. And then we can look at what do we want to put kind of on the outside to decorate. I have all my small bits of ephemera. So like my fussy cut flowers, any words that I had left over. I have these cute little heart charms. All that stuff, the tiny things I cut out and I just put in this little container. So that's where I'm trying to keep all my small ephemera, and then I'm trying to keep all my big ephemera together as well. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do to start is look through here, because I think I definitely want to have a flower or something on the outside of this pocket. And then I'm also looking here for a tuck spot for here, which I think I'm going to use this card. And this one I believe is from last week's. So I thought maybe this would make a good tuck spot. I have a bunch of options for tuck spots though, because we have so many, different weird pieces of ephemera that are left over, and do not hesitate to cut these up however you want. Maybe this is a good one too. I really like that one. Maybe I'll go with that one. Yeah, you could totally cut this smaller. You could, if you wanted to, you could cut it diagonally, cut it do whatever you want with it, you know, just make it so that, you know, it fits in the way that you would like it to fit in. I think I'm going to let mine overlap because I kind of like the way that that looks. And then I may move, if this will fit here, I'm going to move this maybe to the front pocket there. I definitely was going for more of a, I guess, artistic, you know, paintings and stuff like that vibe for this week. But this here gives us the space right here as well, in case we want to add something else to that as well. So, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and change my mind here and glue this down here. I kind of like to work on things as a whole and not like just as like one specific page, you know, so laying this out like this helps my brain start to figure out, you know, what do I want to put where? How do I want that to look? So I'm just going to glue this on right here. And I'm going to try to, I don't want to get too close to there because you don't want to interfere in its ability to fold, but you want to get over, you know, as far as you can. And if you don't like the overlap, you could easily clip that off as well. So that'll give us, this will give us an extra tuck spot. And then I just have to decide what I want to tuck into my extra tuck spot. Probably I'm going to be looking for something vertical. It's possible it's this painting because this is what attracted me to that. I'm just worried, a little bit worried it's too busy to do that one. So we'll see here. See that's like a nicer bridge to from this heart to this heart to this painting. It's kind of all the same family, but not quite as in your face. And then we have, these are leftover trims from, I think it was last week. So there's some possibility to maybe use this right here, which I very much like. On there, I think that looks good right there. It just gives us one little extra decorative layer on there. There we go. And that one's not quite as busy either, so that's nice as well. Okay, so let's think really quickly if there's anything else that wants to go in here. I do have some, I thought, you know, it's like, oh my goodness. I know I did a lot of ATCs for this, but like the ones for this week, I really like them. They're a little funky. There's this really cool one of the garden with like the Chase Lounge, you know, in there. And then this here too. So there's some more abstract ones this week. The lamp in the book, you know, the office here. And then I did a couple of more of these paintings just in case. Oh yeah, and I have this pocket. I forgot about this. This is for inside the folder, so we'll add that in there too. I have these two longer journal cards, and I think I'm thinking about adding one of these in here with this guy here. Or, let's see. This could go either way, I guess. This one could go in here. This one also, if you wanted to, could be punched on the edge or stamped on in some of this white space if you want to add a little bit of a personal touch to the whole situation. All right, so here we go with that. Okay, and then I have this here. Okay, so I'm just going to add this little bit down here, and that'll be our pocket for our file folder. So I'm just going to go ahead and quickly glue around the edges. For this. And then I'll let this dry for a second as well. Just make sure that's fitting in there okay. This pocket might look slightly different when you get it in the kit because I made it too big, and so I had to cut it with scissors in order to get it to fit on mine. So I will make sure it is corrected in the downloadable file so that it is the correct size, and also that it looks a little bit better. So just a quick FYI on that front. Let's see what I want to put in here. I wonder if is this going to fit in here still? Oh yeah, I will. I was worried that it wouldn't. This is perfect for in there. And then what else do I have here? I might want something smaller. And that little guy. What might be cuter though is if we had like another, like even smaller, like little tuck spot there on the front. And you could use literally anything that you have for the tuck spot. This could be the tuck spot even, but like if you just have like a little piece of paper that came off of when you cut your ephemera, like this is like a piece that I cut my ephemera off of. I'll just take a little tiny piece of that and we can put that over here. And what I'm going to do is just make it smaller. Could even cut it on an angle. So that just goes right on there. So you can make a pocket or a tuck spot or anything anywhere that you want on here. Especially since I did overdo it a little bit on the ephemera. So you got lots of stuff that you can put in your little pockets. There we go. There's that. I think I can slide this little guy right in there. And then let's see here. I have this little like word thing here. I'm going to trim this down so it's really thin. This was, I believe, from week 1. I think that's when I did the words. Okay. And then what I'm going to do here with that is just glue this on the bottom. There we go. There we go. And we can shut that. And that's really cute. And then it can go right into this pocket here. And then we have all of our stuff tucked away in there. And then we have this outside here, which I would like to do something with. This is I think my current top pick for ephemera. There is that piece. Let's see what else we got here. That's cute too. I definitely want to do this flower. I have this piece of stamped fabric left over too, which may be exactly what I need. It's just fabric that I stamped during, I think it was Junk Journal January. It's been hanging around on my desk since then. So it's been begging to be used. So this may be its big moment right here. I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down. first with this here. And then I'll put some glue on this guy as well. Oops. And put a little bit more. There we go. Okay. So this gives us a good start on filling this area. And so I want to talk a little bit about the front as well. So there's a bunch of like little options for that too. Oh, I forgot to put together our little envelope. Let's do that. I'll just do that really quick. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so scatterbrained. Oh my goodness. All right. Here we go. With this. And this here and here. And then you can kind of, you know, obviously, like I said, as always, you put it wherever you like to put it. I think I'm going to put it here for me. And this one, I thought it would be nice to have a little envelope in case you wanted to, I need my bone folder really quick here. So this lays completely flat. I just want to go over that really quick. Okay. And I think this kind of, you know, I think that goes well enough with our color scheme there. All right, so in true fashion, I got that overstuffed. So, okay, so now the front. Now, this is the front. It will look like this, right? Previously, I had tucked some ephemera in here, you know, and I think that is a really good, pretty nice way to kind of have your cover if that's what you want. I did create a little kind of, I don't know what the word is, kind of a thematic little insert for this cover. So let me show you that really quickly. So there's two cards. So this one has a poem from Edgar Allan Poe, and it's the Dream Within a Dream poem, and I thought it was very fitting for this, you know, kind of folio. So I thought it would be really nice to have like a little insert for the cover, and this could go inside of it. Now what I did is I rounded the corners and I inked it. Okay, so it'll look square like this in the kit. I rounded the corners because I rounded this corner because it's so much easier to slide these things in if you round the corners. So, and I just wanted the corners to match. Okay, so here's my idea for this. So if you don't like this Dream Within a Dream situation, you can, I gave you a blank one too, so you could just put whatever you wanted on there if it was a different poem or whatever. Okay. All right, so I was going to put this on here and then slide this into here like this, so it kind of goes in right up to the lace. And then I want to put this on top of this whole thing. And this will kind of like serve to flip open with this. I do want to put, I have a book page that I got out and stuff because I want to do some layering behind this. But that's what I would like my cover to be, so that when this opens up, you look at this and you kind of get like this, I don't know, dreamy kind of, almost lost in the past type of a situation with this poem. You know, Edgar Allan Poe was a tortured soul himself, so I felt like it fit in with this whole faded ink thing. So I just wanted to add that there. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this into the cover here. It is tempting. I think we will do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and just put glue on 3 sides so that we can have a pocket if we want it. It would be nice to have, you know, like something a little bit mysterious, right? Okay, now, okay, so I've got that on there. That can function as a pocket if I wanted it to. Like, this could go behind it. Whatever we want to do with that. Just kind of depending on the story you're telling yourself while you're making this or whatever. So, okay, and then we have this side too. So I kind of thought for this side, it might be better to, I don't know why I thought this, but I think it might be good to have like a clipped on ephemera. I'm looking to see what I want to clip on though. There's this key that's really good. We could also just make a little cluster. I don't want to cover up too much of this. I also have these guys, which are these squares. That were from one of the weeks. I don't remember right now, but you know, you'll get them all, so you can just go through and kind of pick out what you want to use. I'm going to cut this out of here. And I think I might want to use that here. All right, so let me ink that really quickly. And this thing's coming together pretty good, don't you think? I hope you guys are enjoying this and you love your folios. I have seen so many good comments and so many reports on how great everybody's is coming along, so that is super exciting to hear. I hope you guys will post your in the Facebook group if you are so inclined, so I can see them. I love seeing how everybody kind of interprets everything just a little tiny bit differently. You know what I mean? And it's fun to see how cool that is. Okay, so I'm going to have that right there for right now. And I think what I might do, I still think I might clip onto here, but first let me do, or we could clip onto the other side as well. Like, I just love the idea of like, just having all these little bits and pieces and things kind of added in as if they were collected over like a long period of time. Okay, so we have this here, and this is where I want to put my big flower. Uh-oh, did I lose that? Oh no, it's right there. Okay. I'm going to put my big flower here. Before I do that, I need to get my book page, because I want to put that down. And I'm not sure what else I want to put down, but I just want to do like a little layering job on here, so that it's not like completely flat, you know, like I'm just gluing the flowers onto the, let's see how wide we want this, onto the just plain background, you know. I'm gonna rip, this is a little messed up right there, so I'm gonna start at this end. Okay, oh, and the other thing I wanted to update you guys on is, like, I know I'm behind on Nature's Neutrals, but I will get back on the wagon with that later this week. I just, like, I'm a little low energy, so I figured I better focus on the free ephemera first, and then we'll start popping out some videos for that. I probably timed this release a little awkwardly in terms of like all the things that I had going on, but you know, we'll get it done. Okay, and then so then I've got this that can go on top of there, but I also want something to soften it up a little. I have this little, oh, this is like more stamped fabric. I have these like, I just put my little scrips and scraps of ribbon and leftovers into this little drawer. So I can just grab something from here. This has some lace on it. Let's see what we can make work here. I think that's going to be way too thick. Okay, so I'm going to glue this right here. And then I am going to put the white piece of this, or it's kind of cream colored actually, over the whole thing right there like that. So we're just going to go down the middle here. This is like very wet glue today. Okay. Here. I just want to kind of like give that glue a chance to like spread a little bit here without like pressing too hard so it doesn't move. Okay, then what I think I'm going to do is put this in the middle. I'm going to check my placement. Yeah, okay, and then I just want to ink around this really quick as well. Just so it has a little definition on the edges, and we can kind of have it stand out a little bit against the background of our cover here. If you want this to stay like super closed, you could probably add a magnet to it. I don't think I'm going to do that because I don't think I want it like to adhere closed, but we'll see. Okay, so now I'm just going to go right down the middle of this with that here. Got a little extra piece of thread there. All right, now I want this, because I want this piece here to overflow. I'm going to trim this a little bit. I want it to overflow so that it overflows right onto here and kind of like brings this whole thing together as a whole as opposed to two pieces. Okay, let's go ahead and glue over here because we don't want any glue on the lace. This is the lace side, so I'm going to glue on there. Make sure. And then I just want to make sure I've got it in a place that I like. Okay, and then, you know, we can definitely get a bunch more ephemera into here as well. Okay, that went better than expected. I wonder if I need to put something on top of this really quickly. Just so it can sit there for a second. Okay, and then, okay, so that's going to be our cover in a second. We're going to just let that sit for a second. I'm going to flip through this really quickly to the back side. So I'm going to unclip this here. Okay, this is where my book is. And this is where I have this page here, which I didn't really do anything with the other day. So I figure we could do something pretty quickly here with that. I think I might add this here as just as a pocket. Let's see if I can get that to the right size here. Yeah. And we'll just do like a little ink around the edge here. And then having the little pocket is just a nice little storage space too, like right next to our book here. Okay. I accidentally glued a couple of my pages together. Oops, yeah, there we go. That's okay. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. We'll go down. Oops. I should probably not have done that. Okay, down and over. There we go. And now we have this pocket here. Nice thing about book pages is they glue down so beautifully. I definitely am feeling this tag. Some of these I did not remember to ink. Okay, there we go. Okay, but I was also thinking perhaps, I'm not sure, because it doesn't extend the whole way, so I don't know if I like it. I do have this though, which I don't dislike. I'm gonna cut that. Yeah, you could definitely punch the edges of this too if you felt so inclined. Just depending on, you know, how you felt you want things to look. I do like to do that occasionally throughout the folio. I think this adds like a nice bit of color here against the book page. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for that. And I'm going to go ahead and make it a side pocket as well. Okay, that looks good. This is like a cute little book page. I think it's going to be a little too wide though. Yeah, we can put it in this way. Oh, I want to do this one. Yep. Okay. All right. Here's this. That goes in there. So then we have that. We have, this is our little book here that was in here. That's the, this is like a little tuck spot, secret tuck spot right there. Flip that over, and this is where we put our file folder, and this is where we put our little envelope and our frame today, and then that brings us back to our cover. So let's go ahead and add this in. Like, yay. Whoop, carefully. There we go. And now we have our faded ink folio, which turned out to be a little chunky fellow, huh? Like so. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. if you have a minute, about what you thought about this whole project, about if you would like to do it again, if you would like to have like another, you know, project for next month. Would you like to have more mini projects? Whichever. I did enjoy doing this like a lot. I love having the opportunity to spend more than, you know, a couple of days on a project. You know what I mean? Because usually I'll design and then film the video and get it out to you guys within, you know, a pretty tight amount of time. So I don't usually get to spend this much time with an idea. So it's like kind of a nice little treat for me. So if you guys like it, we could totally do this again next month. Or, well, I'll pick a different project. I won't do like a flip book, but we'll do something else. Maybe we can do a tab bound journal. I've been dying to do another one of those, and that would be fun because it would be super endless, right? So it's like you just keep adding pages onto it, right? Okay, so let's just do a quick flip through and then I will let you guys go. So this is our Lost Pages flip folio, and here we go. Here's our little opening poem here from Edgar Allan Poe in this spot right here. And definitely, if you want to, feel free to stick some extra stuff in here. You know, I think it would like really fill out the folio if there were like bits and pieces kind of just here, there, and everywhere. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I can't stop my brain from like keeping, you know, to keep looking, you know, for more stuff to kind of tuck in places. So, you know, there we go with that. So here's this, this. We have this cuteness here. We have our little bookmark and key that are in here, which I don't want to pull all the way out. Then we have this clipped on here and a little pocket there with some ephemera inside. There we go here. And then I'm going to flip over now. This is a double pocket right here. This is the crisscross pockets. There's our tags are in here. We got a cute little belly band on there. And then we have our little, this is our like little envelope folio. Oh. Our little bits and pieces. So we actually, you know, it's funny, even though this was all one project, there's lots of mini projects inside of it, you know, because you could use just this separately for something else. You know what I mean? You could tuck it in a journal or whatever you want to do. Okay, and then here, we have to go to our, oops, sorry. I didn't clip it back together. We can go back to our drawers here in this one, which have our little bits and pieces of ephemera in there. There we go with that. I think I just might have pulled that away, so I'll just re-glue that. Okay, so there's that. And then I'll flip this whole thing over. I'm just gonna fold it like, and here's the pocket we just made, our little mini book with our different bits of ephemera in it, file folder, and we're back to the cover. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, I would very much appreciate it if you would give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And you can leave me any feedback in the comments below, and I will see you guys hopefully very soon with a Nature's Neutrals video before I see you with next week's free ephemera. So